YouTube. Thanks for joining us for what will be our last video of 2024. 2024 was a really fun year filled with a lot of great projects. A lot of really cool things came through the shop that we got to help out with, and we got to take our V35 project to Warner Brothers lot to go to Cinegear, which was a blast. But in this video, we just wanted to kind of share our favorite things that came out that we really liked, that were popular in our shop over the course of 2024. And with that, I think we're just gonna get right into it. So the first thing we're gonna talk about is our favorite app. You know, smartphone and iPhone cinematography is becoming a lot more popular. And this year, I really do feel like the Blackmagic camera app has helped really take iPhone 16 and iPhone 15 shooters into the next level of making some really great images, to be honest. I mean, it's crazy to say that out of a phone, but it is really cool that app is there. And now you can use that app to control the Pixis as a remote control device as well. So best app that we liked this year was the Blackmagic camera app. Now moving on to lighting. My all-time favorite light that came out this year is the new Aperture 1200X. I use this light all the time. Interviews, as a book light. I use it outside windows to blast light in. It really has become a light now that I just leave on my truck and never take off, because more often than not, that is the light that I'm going to. And now that it's bicolor plus a lot of different color in the spectrum, you can do a lot with that fixture. And the fact that it's brighter now really means you can do a whole lot more than you could with a 1200D. So very quickly, that has become my favorite light. Now, best budget light that came out, budget being it's not insanely cheap, but it is a great, powerful light, is the Aperture 80C. Really liked how compact this is, and now with the new Blair engine, you're getting roughly the output that you would get on a 300X. So in a light that's about a third of the size, really crazy what you can do with just that little light. And if you were somebody, you know, doing blogging or just low budget stuff in general, or, you know, your just needs aren't very high, that light does output enough where you could use it as a key light if you're in a low lit scenario, or really background, spotlight, you name it. It's kind of a jack of all trades light that has just enough output to become really, really versatile. Now the last kind of honorable mention will be something I've been really happy about, is retiring our F22C panels. These things have gone into repairs. We've had them replaced. The mats aren't that strong. The setup is kind of obnoxious. The ballast is very loud. So we decided to replace those with the new Nanlite Pavo Slims, the 240 CL and the 240C. It's the 2x2 and the 4x1s. Could not be happier. Love these things. They are robust. They have more output. They're only slightly higher price. Ballast is quiet, the setup time is better, the box and case is better. Overall, I have been so happy to be using these on set. It just makes me really excited to use the light instead of, you know, with the F22C, I'm like, okay, gotta set this one up. And at the end of the day, all right, let's break this one down. Everything else in the Aperture Amaran family goes down pretty quick, and that light always has just been kind of a thorn in my side. So the Pavo Slims, great lights. If you haven't used them yet, get your hands on them. They are really fun. Next, we're gonna move into our favorite lenses of this year. And right off the bat, I think my favorite thing clearly is just gonna be the V35 project. It's been the thing I've been the most excited about, and we just love taking all these lenses and doing stuff in terms of modifying their character and their look. It's just been a great thing to explore lenses and see what we can do, and I think it's a really fun new thing that is available on the market, not waiting for manufacturers to come out with stuff, but changing the looks of already existing lenses to make it kind of exactly what you, I, anyone wants. So that's very cool. Outside of that, really shameless plug, let's move on to kind of our biggest market Shakeups, and we're gonna do this for spherical and anamorphic. Anamorphic, right off the bat, is gonna be the Blizzard Remus 1.5s. These things have gone out an insane amount here for rentals, and usually our cheap stuff doesn't go out very often, but these have gone out quite a bit. Not only that, there's been so much stuff shot on them. I really think that for the price point, market Shakeup lens, Great addition. I like shooting on them myself. So that is our anamorphic choice for the sphericals. Gonna leave this one to the DZO Aural Primes. Crazy that there's a 10 lens set of VistaVision covering T1.4 lenses that all are very consistent, sharp, but have just enough character to kind of be a jack of all trades lens without breaking the bank. Budget friendly when you think about lenses in general. You know, you can get roughly, what is it, $9,000 for a set of 5 lenses, which, you know, when you break things down, that's less than one lens of something in that mid-tier bracket, or like double a Sigma Cine Prime. So I really think those have been great lenses. They've gone out on rentals. They've been popular as well. And that's gonna lead us into my most lust-worthy lens set of 2024. And this is gonna go to the Arri Enzo Primes. And if it wasn't for how much they cost, we'd already have them here. Industry's been up and down in the United States, and even still, as a rental house, and it's a little hard to bite off that much knowing how much there is on the cheap end that performs really well. Will they go out enough? I don't know, but I do love how cool it is that you can do these new vintage elements in the rear to change your look as you wish. I think that adds a flexibility to the set of lenses that, you know, outside of the Signature Primes doesn't really exist, so I really like that, as well as how small and compact they are, while still having all the great benefits that the Signature Primes have in terms of low CA, not really any breathing, the mechanics are fantastic, the close focus is insane, even on full frame. So Enzos, we might buy them. I'm having Galen try to make sure I don't buy them, but I want them so bad. We had them on several cameras here at our shop when Arri came, and it's just, there's a magic about them. I know they're clean, but what's nice about those vintage elements is you can make them a little bit dirty. I really enjoy how flexible they are as a set. So that's our lens portion. Now we're gonna talk about cameras. First, I'm gonna get into an honorable mention. This year's honorable mention for kind of a best cinema camera is going to go to the Canon C400 and the C80, kind of as a little family. And a lot of you might have watched our videos, you might think, man, I could have pegged them for picking that as the best camera of the year. I think the C400 is a great camera and a great camera for the price point, but if you look at it compared to, say, the C500 Mark II, it still makes the C500 Mark II a very relevant camera even at 4 or 5 years old now. It is just marginally better in terms of upgrades. The size is more compact, I do like that. But if you like the C500 Mark II, the C400 is still great, and vice versa. Same thing with the C80. At least now it's a family together. I think they still have their pros and cons, but I think as a dock camera or any real camera, corporate, narrative, I think it's a good all-around camera, but it's not my favorite of the year. From there, we're gonna go down to my top pick for a mirrorless camera that I think is a really good Shakeup camera, and that's gonna go to the Fuji XM5. This thing is so tiny, so compact. If you guys remember the Blackmagic Pocket from back in the day, the original OG Pocket, the 1080, 2K version that was truly the size of something you could put in your pocket, it really reminds me of that camera, only now updated with much more dynamic range, 6.2K open gate 3x2 capability with all of Fuji's RAW simulation, plus really good now autofocus for their system, as well as having the ability to do speed boosters and better audio, some vlogging capability. I really think this camera is really cool. We have one on order. We're waiting to get ours in so we can shoot a video on that, but that is gonna be our best budget camera for 2024. Now, moving into the best Shakeup camera. This one still, every time I use it, absolutely love it. The Blackmagic Pixis 6K. Love the sensor, don't care about the rolling shutter. It doesn't come up in any of the work that I do, like hardly at all, so to me that's its only real downside if you were to have a spec sheet, but outside of that, it doesn't really show up in my practical shooting, so I love it. I think it's great. I can't wait to get the touchscreen monitor that comes in for it. Once that happens, I think it really will be the best version of that camera, and for the price, for the image, for the flexibility, for the feature set, it is hard to beat that Pixis. It is really great. Moving on, last but not least, our favorite camera, cinema camera, I should say, of 2024 is going to be the Red V-Raptor X, or the Raptor XL X. It's the version with the newest global shutter that has the extended highlights mode. Now, when this first came out, it was good, but it wasn't great. And now I feel like with the new firmware revision, the extended highlights is a very useful tool that you could use it for a lot of stuff, and not myself, not anybody else. It is now a good tool. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, that's a trick, that's a gimmick. It's just a really well integrated tool to help you gain more highlight retention. And as we already know, it has some of the industry's best shadow retention. I love the skin tones, I love the texture on that sensor. 8K Vista Vision at 120 is an insane amount of frame rate at full capacity. It has some of the best options for anamorphic support. Not only that, the Raptor X, the smaller version, is so compact and so lightweight. It's really easy to just get it into any scenario you want. Not only that, the ability to have the Red Control app where you can go in with your RF lenses and do autofocus, and it really is just a tool that allows you to go into literally any shoot and probably have more than you'd ever need from a tool set to be able to get done what you need. And for that is why we've chosen it and why I continue to take it out on as many shoots as I can. I love it, clients love it. I love it in post. There's really nothing that I don't like about it at this point. And that's it. Happy 2024. I hope everybody has a great 2025. And as always, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to us, Northwest Camera Co. We love hearing from people who watch our channel. And that's that. Happy New Year. And remember to like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.